Welcome to BSc third sem students. So in physics, unit 4 is of waves and sound. In waves and sound, in this session we are going to study the acoustics of building. The learning objective of this session is to study the acoustic. What is nothing but the acoustic of building, and to study the architecture acoustics. So we need some the knowledge of the persistence of a sound and the concept of echoing effect. What is nothing but this acoustics of building? Acoustics, it deals with the generation, propagation and reception of sound. The branch of science which deals with the planning of building or hall with a view to provide a best audible sound to the audience is called acoustic of building. So here it deals with the generation, propagation and reception of sound. And the building is constructed with respect to the less the echoing effect, and it is good for all the sound. So that is called as an architectural acoustics. Acoustics covered in many fields and closely related to various branches of engineering. The design of acoustical instruments. So to design the acoustical instruments, so we are going to concern the acoustics and the musical acoustics. So in musical acoustic, it deals with the designing of a musical instruments. Then the electro acoustics, it deals with the various methods of producing and recording sound. And then architectural acoustics. So it deals with designing and construction of building and auditoria with respect to behavior of sound waves. So in these fields, uh, the acoustics are to be concerned. So the acoustic properties of hall or auditorium will have a large effect on the speech and the music. So the public buildings have a designed so as to design to have a maximum acoustical efficiency that concerns reflection, interference, absorption of sound. The amount of characteristic of changes brought about in the tones of a musical instruments depends upon the physical dimensions of the hall and also on the material used for construction. W.C. Sabine, a professor of physics, Harvard University in 1911, first of all scientifically tackled the problem of satisfactory speech on and music in hall, and the formulated the following three rules. The first one is the sound heard by audience must be sufficiently loud. The sound heard by the audience must be sufficiently loud. And the second is the tonal quality of the speech and the music must be unchanged. The tonal quality of the speech and the music must be unchanged. And the third one is for a sake of clarity, the successive sounds in speech and the music must not overlap. So with this in mind, so we must construct the hall or an auditorium with respect to acoustics of buildings. So these are the few references that you can refer. Thank you.